You're listening to the Life Coaching Secrets Podcast, episode number 41. Did you know that life coaches are needed now more than ever? I'm Frank Macri, founder of Thriving Coach Academy. I've trained over 1,000 coaches and helped them launch their own successful coaching businesses. If you want to make an incredible income and impact as a coach and have a lot of fun doing it, I'll show you exactly how to get it done. This is Life Coaching Secrets. What's up, coaches? In this episode, I'm going to talk about a phone call that can change your life forever. That's no exaggeration. I'm going to share with you the admissions call that we require all of our interested students have if they want to enroll in our program. Now, this is more than just a phone call where we are having registration happen. It's also a transformational call where coaches really plan out their success. They define it. It gets clear. So there's a lot of ins and outs to that admissions call, and I want to share with you all of that so that way you can decide if now is the time for you to book that call. A lot of people don't even realize that they are very qualified to have that call, and you might find that this is the episode that inspires you to book with our team. So before I get into that, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our recent graduates. Her name is Karen. She's a phenomenal coach. She just got certified, so congratulations, Karen. And she shared online, I'm going to paraphrase what she wrote online. She said, "I finally received my certification through Thriving Coach Academy. After years of formal and informal coaching, I decided I wanted to take my coaching to the next level. And I took months to research different schools. I filled up Excel sheets to find the right school that I knew was going to teach me the skills that I wanted to learn, especially around business strategy. And after several months of classes and training, I not only graduated, but I also received a 10 out of 10, a perfect score, in some of my oral exams." And she wrote that the experience of getting the 10 out of 10 was like reaching Dharma, which she wrote is when you find that awesome balance of having the skills, loving what you're learning, and also doing something in service of others. And she finished by sharing, "It's such a great feeling to know that no matter if you're in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, or beyond, you are never too old and it's never too late to go back to school and succeed." I love that message. You are never too old to learn something new. So big kudos to Karen, rocking it as a coach, making way more than she was before. All right, so let's talk admissions. All right, what is the admissions call? What is the purpose of that call? So our admissions call is a way for you to connect with our team so that we can support you in getting clear about what your vision is as a coach, okay? This is not a sales call, okay? We are not trying to convince you to do anything you don't want to do. We do not believe in any kind of manipulative or cringy marketing tactics, so you're not going to experience any of that. We want to make sure that you have a clear vision of exactly why you want to be a coach and what you want to create with your coaching business, okay? You need to have that in order to go anywhere with it. So we use the call as an opportunity to support you in knowing your reasons for becoming a coach and knowing exactly what you want to earn, what you want to use with your certification. The purpose of the call is also for you to ask any questions you might have about the academy and about how we set our students up for success. Now, with that said, this is also a call where we will explore your decision on enrolling, and we will support you in making that decision. And we want to support you in making the decision that most aligns with whatever vision you have for your life and your success. And we complete registration over the phone, okay? So you cannot just go to our website and sign up. We want to make sure that every single student that we admit into our program is treated like a person, and that we know with total certainty that we can help you hit your goals. So that is why we have our admissions call. Every single student will have that call. They'll speak to our team. It might be with me, it might be someone else on the team, but no matter what, you will be in good hands and you will love this call. Now, when you book the call, we will call you at the time that you schedule And the call lasts for usually an hour, okay? So you wanna dedicate a full hour when you book this call. You wanna book it at a time when you're gonna be present, you're gonna be available. So not running errands, not coming home from work, but really in a nice quiet place in your home where you're able to be super focused on the conversation. Now, many people who have their admissions call, they tell me after the fact that the call itself was so deeply transformational. They say, whether they decided to not enroll in the academy or not, they say that the call gave them so much clarity on exactly what they want out of life, okay? So this is why we love having these calls, because we want to help you know exactly what is your vision. What is it that you want? Sometimes we do a little bit of coaching on those calls to help you overcome certain kinds of limitations you might be putting on yourself, okay? And this is a really beautiful process. It's an honor for me and for our team to have these calls because we know that they're so life-changing. I know for myself, the moment I decided to become a coach, when I actually, when I had the call with someone at one of the programs I went through, that call alone started to make it real. It was so powerful to go from just having this idea in my head, because I didn't really share it with a lot of people. It was just all up in my head, this idea to have a successful coaching business. But when I got on the phone with someone and I was energetically held and supported and sharing my concerns and sharing my thoughts and sharing my dreams, it was so empowering. So this is why that call is so valuable and purposeful. So if you've been a consumer of this podcast and you're starting to formulate some idea around what your coaching business can look like or what your next level of your life could look like, having that call is going to start to crystallize it even more. So let's talk about what qualifies you to book an admissions call, okay? Because we just don't allow anyone to book a call unless they follow our steps. Now, thankfully, there's not a lot of steps. We keep it really simple. The only thing you need to do before you book your call is watch our Coaching 101 training, okay? So if you go to our website, www.thrivingcoachacademy.com, just about every single button on that website is gonna guide you to Coaching 101, okay? We keep it really simple, very easy for you to access. Once you access that training, it's an hour-long video where I share everything that you need to know before you get started as a coach, including breaking down the math so you can see exactly how you can double your current salary with a life coaching business, given the way that we teach our students. Now, if you don't want to have your own coaching business, that is okay too. I'm gonna share some frequently asked questions we get at the end of this episode. But in that Coaching 101 training, I share exactly what you need to know to get started. And I also go over every single thing that we give our students in the academy, including the tuition, okay? So if you maybe have been exploring our website and you're like, where's the tuition? We don't hide it. We go over it in full transparency in the Coaching 101 training. We break it down for you, okay? So once you watch that 1 hour training, then you will be invited to book a call. There'll be a button on the screen. It will bring up a calendar. Okay, we recommend that you do this on a laptop or a desktop. It might be a little bit easier for you to book. You'll be able to pull up a calendar and select the time that works for you. Okay, it doesn't matter what time zone you're in, the calendar is going to adjust, so it'll show you the right times and the available times. Now, you might wonder, why do I need to watch a Coaching 101 training before I book a call? The reason why we want you to watch that training, and I really want you to hear me out here, is because that training alone has also been life-changing for people. Okay, it is not a boring presentation that you just have to sit through and that's gonna put you to sleep. It is the entire foundation that you're gonna build off of with your coaching journey. It's the entire foundation. It's also going to affirm for you whether or not you are on the right track to become a coach, okay? Because not everyone is born to be a coach, but when you listen through that video, it's going to either become not clear. It's either going to become clear that you're not meant to be a coach, or it's going to become clear that yes, you are on the right track. All the signs you're seeing in your life, yes, they all do mean something. Now, Another purpose of the Coaching 101 video is it's going to give you a sense of the vibe and the personality that we have in the academy. Okay, so one of our students said that when she was watching that Coaching 101 training, it didn't even feel like she was watching a video. She said it felt like she was having a conversation with me because it just drew her in. And the questions I asked, the stories I shared, all of it felt very much like it was very conversational, so it was very engaging. Now, do not, again, just like when you're having your admissions call, watch that Coaching 101 training when you are present, okay? I know that everyone's got things going on, but you want to sit down and watch that from start to finish as if you're sitting down to watch a short Netflix film, okay? So watch that from start to finish. Once you finish that, you are qualified to have an admissions call. That's it. That's the only requirement that we have, okay? You're also going to find that probably 90% of the questions you have are going to be answered in that Coaching 101 training, okay? So you probably have some questions, and I promise you all of that, or if not most of it, will be covered in the 101 training. Now, you might think, oh my gosh, I'm just brand new to this whole coaching thing. I've got so much to research. I got to look at all my options, right? You might be doing all of this research right now in your head, and it might be feeling a little bit overwhelming. So as I shared before, it is so helpful and important to talk to someone that actually can support you. Okay, that's why we have the people on our team, and myself included, who would take those calls, because we want you to be able to explore all the things going on in your mind. So even if you're in the research phase, that doesn't mean that you need to wait to book the call, okay? Because there's no pressure, like when you are on the call. We just want you to book it and get on the phone so we could talk to you. We could hear what you're about. We can actually form a connection and start building a relationship with you, okay? So when you are deciding and exploring a training program for yourself, right, you might also realize that there's a lot of different options out there, and you might not really know what to avoid and what to look for. So this is another reason why you want to talk with someone that could support you, to book an admissions call, because we can help point you in the right direction and make sure that you are selecting a program that's going to align with the goals that you have. So here's what I mean by that. If you desire to earn $10,000 or more a month as a coach, which is a very common goal, starting goal that a lot of our coaches do have, then that means you must make sure that you are selecting a program that's not just going to teach you business basics, but how to sell coaching at a premium level, okay? If you want to earn 10K or more per month, then that means you need to know how to sell coaching at a premium level. So just doing basic, coaching business approaches that might be very shared all over, it's not going to work. Okay, you need to know the specific process to be a premium coach and how to market yourself and position yourself that way and how to sell in that type of way. It's a whole different type of business skill set you need to know. And this is something that our program, something that the Academy specializes in, like no other school. It's what makes us different from all the others, including all the other accredited schools out there. We teach you how to become a premium coach when it comes to the way you represent yourself and the types of offerings you make to people. Now, I want to go over some of the frequently asked questions we get for people that are really excited about the Academy and they just want a little bit of clarity. So one question is, do I need to hire my own life coach before I become a life coach? So absolutely not. You do not need to do that. When I decided to become a coach, I was never coached before by someone. I joined a training program and I received a lot of coaching in that program, which was incredible. Okay, so just by you just realizing that you want to be a coach, that alone is enough. Our program is so experiential where you're going to learn a lot by experiencing the process of coaching. You're not only going to coach others, but you're going to receive a generous amount of coaching, okay? You will have no shortage of opportunity to be coached. One of our students, I remember she was saying that the tuition alone for the Academy, it was so worth it to her just because of the amount of shifts she was able to make in her own personal life. She's like, the fact that I'm learning how to coach others and build a business is like the cherry on top, because she found it so valuable that she was able to show up and get coaching on all kinds of challenges that she was going through in her professional and personal life. The second question that we sometimes are asked is, do I need to have a niche or some kind of specialized coaching program or idea of who I'm going to market my coaching business to before I get started? The answer is no. You do not need to do that, okay? We teach you how to grow your coaching business without a niche, so you don't have to choose one. If you just want to market yourself as a life coach and support lots of people, then that's totally fine. If you do decide at some point you want to specialize, or maybe you already are starting to specialize, then we also have trainings on that. We give you specialized trainings on all different areas of coaching, be it relationship coaching, health and wellness coaching, executive coaching, group coaching, money coaching, time coaching, and a lot more. We give you all the career and life purpose coaching, all these different specialized trainings. So that way, no matter what some client presents you with, whatever problem or challenge they're having, you will know how to confidently coach them. You'll know exactly what skills and tools and approaches to take. So you don't need to have your niche figured out in the beginning. You might decide on that later on, but it's also not going to be required of you. Now, another question we get asked is, do we actually teach how you can grow your business? The answer is 100,000% yes. We teach you how to do a couple of things when it comes to your business. One is how to organically market your business, okay? So organic marketing means knowing how to meet people naturally, like not having to pay for advertisements, not having to pay to acquire clients. Like you see people pay for ads online. You're not going to have to pay for ads to get clients. We show you how to build your business organically, offline and also online, okay? So some people say, do I really need to do this whole, like go crazy with social media and all these things? I say, no, you could absolutely build your business in real life, just meeting people. I mean, that's how I made the majority of, I'd say, my first $200,000 as a coach was organic marketing, just meeting people. So we share with you all different specific approaches, a lot of done for you guides and templates, so that way you can get going right away. You'll know exactly how to build the coaching business of your dreams without having to do all this grinding and hustling and all of this extra exhaustion. That's just not necessary. We make it so simple for you. Another question we get asked is about the time commitment of the program. So we have made this program so flexible that it's only going to require about 5 hours a week. About 5 hours a week. Now, we understand that life can sometimes get more busy in certain seasons than others, and that's okay. So if you've got to, if you're on vacation a certain week, or like one of our students right now, she's on tour. She's touring the country on a music tour. She's in a band, which is super fun. And, she's still connected with the community. She's missing a few weeks of calls, but once she comes back, she's just going to dive right in and pick up where she left off, okay? So there's no huge time commitment. We have designed the program to be flexible enough for people who already have full-time jobs, okay, who already have maybe even kids that they're taking care of. So you do not need to have, 30, 40, 50 hours available to you per week, only about 5 hours per week, and you're golden, okay? That's all that the time commitment would be. Of course, if you have more availability, if you'd like to, get more support, get into more of our resources, then you could totally devote more time. But just know that the minimum is going to be about 5 hours per week. That will be sufficient. Another question we get asked is, are we accredited by the ICF? Yes, we are. We're fully accredited. We have their highest level of accreditation, which is ACTP, Accredited Coach Training Program. You can listen to the episode I did called Understanding the ICF to know more about what that means, why it's important to find a school that's accredited. So yes, we're fully accredited with them. Another question is around the classroom size, okay? So we keep our classroom size very intimate, so you're not going to have more than about 10 coaches in your cohort at a time. And one of the reasons why this is so valuable for you is because you're not only going to have that really tight-knit community that you're going to build, but you're also going to have space to get all of your questions answered, okay? We will have so much time for you, and that way you will not be leaving calls still confused or wishing that you had more time to share. So we have an intimate community that we create. You'll have no more than 10 people in your cohort, and you'll be able to have all the space to get all of your needs met. The next question is, when can I get started? Okay, so you can get started right away. Okay, we don't have you waiting for, a certain start date. You can get started immediately. And I'm going to share in a little bit exactly what you can get started with right away and how, we have you take those first steps. Another question is around certification itself. That's like how long it takes to get certified. So one of the cool things is that we don't just give you certification. We also have awards. Okay, this is a new thing that we are offering our students. So the certification usually takes students about 6 months to complete. Could be a little longer, could be a little shorter, depending on really how you move through the requirements. So on average, about 6 months. And most of our students get paying clients around 2 to 3 months into the program. Okay, and you heard that right, because sometimes people think, I have to wait 6 months and then I could start growing my business. No, we actually designed the program where you're going to be building up your business as you go. Okay, this is why we have so many of our coaches that are getting clients already making their full tuition back way before they even get certified. Okay, so average student might get their first paying clients maybe about 2 to 3 months into the program. Certification happens around 6 months. And then we have awards. Okay, so we don't just kick you out the door when you get certified. We love to keep you in our community. We jokingly tell our students we're not gonna leave you alone. Like we're gonna keep being up in your business until you don't want us in your business anymore, because we just want to keep seeing you grow. We want to be available to you. So we have awards for when you hit certain milestones in your business. For example, we have a 5K award. So the first time you earn $5,000 in a 30-day period, you get an award for that. We have the 10K award, which is when you hit 10K within 30 days. And we also have the 100K award, which is when you hit 100,000 in a year, okay, within a 12-month period. And then we have some awards that are not monetary based, okay? We have a consistency award, which is given to students that consistently post content online, just share value with people and do that consistently. So we have the consistency award, and we also have the challenge award. So we have monthly challenges in our community, in our Facebook group, that I'm not going to give too much away on. I'll leave a little bit of surprise for you, but if you complete every monthly challenge, then you will win the challenge award. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to have fun and earn a lot more than certification. I would say certification is the good place to start, and then you go after those next level awards so you can continue to build on your success. And I love that we do this because in this game of entrepreneurship, we don't really have a space where we could be recognized all the time for our accomplishments. A lot of entrepreneurs, they are just silently going at this journey alone, and they're just, the lone wolf and being this pioneer, but they're so closed off and they have a win, but they have no one to share it with, right? So the awards is designed to make it like the Oscars of entrepreneurship, the Oscars of coaching, or the Academy Awards of coaching, where you can actually have a community that's going to celebrate you and, cheer you on, and you have goals that you can move towards, whether those be goals of putting yourself out there, goals of earning a certain amount of money, or just by engaging in our community and completing our challenges. So there's really awards for everyone. And then a big question we're asked about is the payment plan option. So the tuition that's explained in the Coaching 101 training. I don't want to share the number here because depending on when you might listen to this episode, it might be a little bit different. We are raising our tuition very soon. I'll talk more about that before I finish. But the tuition is it's a big investment. We're not a cheap program, okay? We stack on value. We are all inclusive. So we want you to have everything you need, all the mentorship, all the training, all the business support. It's all under one roof. So you don't have to go and piecemeal it together and constantly keep buying all these random programs. We give it to you all. Now, if you do want to have the tuition broken up, we do have funding partners, and you are able to do that to afford the training at a much lower monthly payment. The only requirement to be eligible for our funding is you must have a $40,000 income, and you must also have a good credit score of at least 600, okay? So if your credit score isn't quite there yet, you want to build up that credit score if you're going to go down that funding option. And if your numbers are close to that, if you're close to 40,000 income, if you're close to a 600 credit score, we might be able to work something out with you. So still book your admissions call, and we'll see how we can help you with that. Now, some people really want to get started and they are just like figuring out how to get the finances together. We've had amazing students get super creative with how they invest in the academy, and it's really inspiring. And I want to share just a couple of really beautiful things that have happened on some recent admissions calls I've had, where we had like really amazing students that were taking this decision to jump in. And it's, an honor for me to witness that. But sometimes it's like, I'm so close to getting the tuition. The students are thinking like, I'm so close, I've just got to get creative. So we had one student recently, some of them decided to take up side jobs. One student sold some jewelry and furniture that she no longer needed because she knew that this is going to be so much more rewarding. Being in the academy was going to enrich her life so much more. And then sometimes students decide that they want to ask family members for support. And I had a really inspiring phone call with one of our brand new students, and she was saying that she for sure knows that she has some family members that would be so delighted to help her out and gift her the tuition for the academy. And she was feeling really guilty about asking for that. And we had this beautiful conversation around her capacity to receive. And I want to share this with you because I think that, many of us might struggle with our capacity to receive. Like, you might feel really amazing giving, but then when it comes to receiving, you might feel this block inside of you. So the question that I asked the student, I want to share with you, is if you know that there are resources or people that would be happy to invest, like maybe you have family or friends that would be so happy to support you in this financially, what is your capacity to receive right now? And what if you saw this opportunity as a way for you to stretch that capacity to receive? Right? What if you can use the opportunity of the academy as a way to expand and go beyond what you normally are comfortable receiving? And the reason why this is so empowering for you is because when you expand your capacity to receive, you're going to also expand your capacity to give. So see it this way, right? Like if you allow a family member to grant you the entire tuition just because they want to help you with that, right? You're going to receive so generously, which is going to help you now be in the academy and learn a skill that you're going to be able to use to give back to the world so much more than you're currently giving. So by receiving generously, it's going to expand your abundance. So you're going to give generously as well. This is how the cycle of abundance works, okay? So the student ended up really embracing this because she was feeling at first very guilty asking certain family members. And she decided that she was going to check in with one of them. And right away, this family member said, of course I would love to support you. And she said, you don't even have to pay me back because I just want to support you, right? So here's the thing. Just as you appreciate someone supporting you, right? Maybe it's financially supporting you in something. That person also appreciates, the person that's giving you, granting you the money, they also appreciate you for giving them an opportunity to make a huge difference in your life, right? They are so fulfilled knowing that they could help you. So you're also giving them that fulfillment, right? Now, there's so many people who give because they love giving. So what if you can allow those people to honor what it is that they already love and want to do and still receive generously and with gratitude, right? Like, are you available to that experience? So just as we give graciously, it's important to receive generously when the universe presents us ways to receive. Okay, this is all the cycle of abundance. So, right, if you want to earn more in your coaching business or in your life, you want to earn more, you will also need to receive more in the form of money, in the form of support, in the form of love, right? Think of it like you're going to be filling up your cup and that's going to overflow. Okay, so are you allowing your cup to be filled up? Are you allowing yourself to receive generously? You'd be amazed at the people. All you have to do is ask, right? So just ask. You'd be so amazed at the people out there that are so happy and they support you, they believe in you, and they want to stand by you in this amazing dream that you have. So I want to end with a couple of notes. You might wonder what happens once you enroll. So once you enroll, we immediately ship out your training manuals. You're going to get hard copies of the manuals. So you'll have all of the notes basically taken for you. And then you're gonna get immediate access to our core training. So this is a series of videos where we introduce you to all of our frameworks, our skills, our tools, and you'll also get really comprehensive recordings of full coaching sessions broken down so you can see exactly how they're structured and you can see how it all comes together. And the third thing you get access to right away is our practice coaching calls. So every week we allow our students to jump on a live video call and you are able to hear other coaches coach. You're able to hear the whole process come together, and you're able to also witness feedback given from our instructors. So if you have things you want to be coached on, you could get coaching on them right away. Over time, when you start seeing how it all comes together, then you will be invited to participate as the coach on those calls where you're going to coach other members. So you're going to hear students that are several steps ahead of you coaching. Okay, I think this is really cool, and a lot of people don't realize how amazing this is, right? You're not just gonna be with other newbies. You're gonna hear more advanced coaches coach. So you can learn from them. You can learn from the feedback that they're getting. You can apply it to yourself. Now, there's a lot more that you get open up to you in the academy. We give you way more than that. You're gonna get mentor coaching. You're gonna get specialized coach training. There's a lot of business training you're gonna get. And we unload it step by step, okay? And you can learn more about all of those elements in the Coaching 101 video and also on the admissions call if you have any more questions about that. So even if you are mildly curious about this whole coaching business thing, about this whole idea of becoming a coach, even if you have a mild curiosity, I think you still owe it to yourself to book an admissions call, right? Do not wait until all your fears and doubts have subsided, because there's always going to be some doubt and fear whenever we're about to transform our entire life. So if you're waiting for yourself to feel comfortable or for your fears and hesitations and doubts to go away, right, you might just be prolonging your own success, and we don't want that to happen. So rather than wait for all of those concerns to go away, bring them to your admissions call so that way our team can support you in working through those and seeing what's really true and what's really possible for you. Now, we do guarantee to all of our students that they will earn the tuition back within a year. We guarantee that. We are certain in that. Of course, it's going to happen. Okay, so you have the safety and the assurance of knowing that your investment, you're going to earn it back. Okay, we know that's going to happen for you. And I also want you to know that everything gets easier on the inside. So if you're thinking, oh, I just don't want to have all the stress I'm going to put on myself by making this investment and it's so stressful, I want you to remember that on the other side of your enrollment, on the other side of your investment, you are opening yourself up to learning a skill that you can monetize for the rest of your life, right? You are on the other side of the investment, you are joining a whole community that's going to be supporting you every step of the way, right? On the other side of the decision, you are going to be transforming your life. So this is not like you're buying a pair of new shoes or a smartphone or something. You are investing in a skill set that is going to up-level your entire life. It's important to remember that when you consider, the stress of the moment. You've got to see the possibility on the other side. So make sure that you are deciding with your transformation in mind, okay? All right, that's what I got on the admissions call. Again, if you'd like to book that call, go to www.thrivingcoachacademy.com. You'll have access to our Coaching 101 training, and after you finish watching that, you can book a call with our team. Now, I did say before, tuition's going up. Now, we are raising tuition by $2,000. It's going up by $2,000 the beginning of December 2021. Okay, so you might be listening to this a little bit later and maybe it already happened. But for those of you that have been keeping up with the podcast, you have a bit of time, several days ahead of you to go ahead and book that call right now. Even if you're not looking to get started right away, right? We do have an option where you could at least secure the lower tuition by putting down a small deposit. So again, we go over all of that on the admissions call. We'd be so happy to support you and invite you into our community in Thriving Coach Academy. Okay, thanks for listening to this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, would you like access to powerful coaching tools you can use on yourself and clients right away? For being a listener of the podcast, I'm giving you a VIP guest pass to get a sneak peek into my coach training program. Inside, you'll learn our coach's secret tool they use to transform their clients' lives. And you'll also get a training on how to launch a coaching business. Just head over to www.thrivingcoachacademy.com/VIP to get started. I'll see you on the inside.